So then I took my hand out of the rhino's asshole, right? And then the rhino looked
we're
at
recording.
me.
We're recording.
Oh, shit.
Recording.
Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy, Zebro in America. I am also here with my wonderful, wonderful co-host.
What's happening? Yeah. I need voice lessons.
That's Sebastian. Under the sea.
Under the sea.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Zebro in America, and this is Hapless in America as well, because he's here too. Why not, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'm also sitting here with this one guy. He's a gangster.
What's up, bro?
All right, then, let's take it serious. I had to get the little jujus out, you know what I mean? I had to get the goofies out.
Not only is he a gangster, he's also a gangster behind the camera, Riva.
Mm-hmm.
Does some beautiful things.
Streams.
Damn it, I forgot the little thing again.
Oh, fuck.
I even said yesterday, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring my little button pad. And here we are, again, button pad list.
Button padless. But I got buttons, and I got pads still.
What?
Welcome, everybody.
Don't introduce us again.
To the Best Buzz Podcast. I am the only Zebro in America. I'm sitting here with Sebastian from the Little Mermaid.
God.
And I'm also sitting here with Cody
Get it right.
Yeah.
Fever. I'm trying to think of a cool fucking name for you, man.
Cody.
We're going to call him Tom Holland,
Ooh.
Chris Hemsworth, Big Cross Baby.
Cody Cobra Films.
You just gave me an idea.
We hope you guys are doing great out there. How you guys doing? What's up? How
I'm
you doing?
doing good. I'm doing all right.
Pretty decent. Got the flutters, the butterflies. So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm very insecure on my podcast voice here.
Oh, yeah. As long as you don't
nervous
poop on
now.
yourself, I think we'll be all right.
Listen.
Good thing I brought the TP.
Listen.
Right, exactly.
This man here is a man of many different voices, so I don't want to hear that insecure shit.
Exactly.
You throw that shit out the
This
window.
guy right here has probably one of the most creative eyes in all of local filmmaking history. Like, this is one dude that I walk on movie sets and I say some crazy shit and he looks at me and he's like, yeah, I was thinking that shit too. And that's how you know that this motherfucker right here, this nigga right here, son,
He real.
he real. He's got the eye, man. He's got the eye. Not Jessica Biel's eye. That one was kind of weird.
But I heard he's a dick. Oh, shit. Hey, Cody.
Oh, hey, Cody.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Cody.
I'm just
So-
right here.
You know, we're just here. So, as you guys know, we like to start all of our shows with a review of Cannabis.
Cannabis. Cannabis.
Can I say that after we do this bit, I'm just going to be quiet for the rest of the podcast?
Probably. 'Cause people get high, sometimes, But I also don't want you to feel pressure to do anything that you don't want to do.
This is a special occasion, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to podcast molest you, though. I'm not going to make you,
I will.
Touch
You're
my
going to
mic.
join this.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
this will
speak.
work out later in further,
Endeavors?
points. Yeah,
I feel
points
you.
of this podcast. I feel like
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
But I still am going to podcast molest you only because I feel like, I deserve it.
Just touch the mic.
So if you guys
Just touch my mic.
edit all this together, and you're just gonna put a picture of my face as the thumbnail.
The
Welcome
most
to this week's
confused,
podcast.
like the most confused look. Best Buds Podcast, and it'll just be your face.
It'd be a screenshot
Like
from
nothing.
35 minutes from now. Just sitting here like,
No description.
You'll be our poster boy for this episode.
Yeah, it'll be like the logo.
So, what is it that we are going to be partaking a part of and ingesting?
So, today
Injecting.
we have some treats. We already smoked some garlic cookies from fucking Riviera Creek.
that
Which
shit
is,
wore off quick.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fire.
I
But,
still
you
got
know,
a little bit of a
It's
head
still nice
change.
and high. But this shit right here, this shit looks pretty good too, man. This is some shit from Woodward Fine Cannabis, and Woodward's all right. I'm not gonna lie, I think Woodward might be, a bit overpriced for a lot of their products, so I don't really buy them too often. But I don't know, Sunset Sherbet just sounded really good, and when I looked it up, they said it was made with Girl Scout cookies.
Ooh.
And that's one of my favorite strains ever. So I grabbed this shit, right? You know. And yes, let's see what it looks like.
Yes, please pop that mother sucker open.
Look at that. And this shit is crazy.
It is beautiful.
That's gonna put the world back in quarantine.
Yeah. This shit look like the shit that killed COVID.
Oh my God.
Let me take a quick peeky poo of this.
It's like 4 different colors. It's like purple, green, orange,
Olive green. It's got like 2 different shades of green. It's olive green and forest green.
with like a light coat of trichome. So it's got that light white coat on top of it. And the buds look good too. They're all beautifully shaped, and look at that.
Oh no, this one's kind of deformed. This one looks like Rocky Dennis from one side.
Yeah, like Dennis O'Leary's forehead. Sorry.
It's all stemming like a big ass nugget at the end of it.
Yeah.
Is that
A piece fell off.
Has it got seeds in it?
This is.
I hope so.
It smells beautiful. It smells good.
If there's a seed in it, grab it. If you see a seed, keep it.
Yeah, definitely.
Put it in a cup.
It's not really that strong of an odor. I mean, it smells good when it's up close.
Yeah.
But like the stuff we were smoking on earlier, you can smell that shit from at least a couple of feet away.
Yeah.
You have to bring it a little closer to get a good whiff of it.
Yeah.
But it's
and
still.
it says the primary alignment terpenes in it is farcinin, limonene, and myrcene. I know that limonene and myrcene give off a nice citrusy.
Yeah, it's definitely got that citrusy smell.
It does.
When you give it some pressure.
It does have a nice lemony.
Ooh, yeah. Definitely. That definitely does smell good. Especially when you give it, like you crack open a bud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm more excited to smoke this than I have been a lot of
I feel like I'm watching like the Science Bros show right now.
It is,
super
like,
in-depth,
we're like-
down to the molecule.
we are,
the
like,
hairs and.
You know? And then we burn it.
Hey, that's the only way to
Isn't that
respect it,
crazy?
The
About how
irony.
weird weed is. Like, how we fucking go so in depth about how much we like it. And then we tear it apart and then burn it.
You guys should definitely do like a Martha Stewart type short, like show. You guys are going over this. This should be.
I would love to do like a
Get up,
like a cooking show.
Hit up Snoop and have him cameo and.
Exhibit. 2 Chainz. Because 2 Chainz does all the weed shit with like Vice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So we're going to also roll this up in some more hemp because you know how we do. But this is by Twisted Hemp. No, what's it called? I'm so high.
carcinogens?
No, high hemp today. I didn't want to roll the high hemp, but it's still 100% natural. No GMO hemp, which I don't know what that means, and there's no tobacco and no nicotine.
So what's the difference between just hemp and high hemp?
Because this doesn't have terpenes in it, or CBD rather.
I got you.
The high hemp has CBD.
So
in
that'll
it,
mellow you out just a little bit more.
probably.
I got you.
I feel like it hits stronger for some reason, which is weirder.
Very.
Well, blunts always hit harder for me. I'm not a big blunt guy. I've never have been.
So
That's why we don't smoke blunts here.
Oh, okay.
Smoke wraps.
No.
Cody.
We don't smoke tobacco.
It's a blizzy, right?
Yeah, because you don't want the glizzy. Trust
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Let's get it on your face and down your throat, and then it just gets messy.
It bothers me about like how hot. I love conies, but conies are called glizzy nowadays, and it makes me
Yeah,
sick.
that's what I was talking about.
It makes me sick. Fucking hate it.
It was like it gets in your mouth.
Fucking
It just
hate it.
gets all messy.
It makes God. But
Fucking
Cody,
hot dogs.
something that we have asked everybody who has been here: leafs or wraps?
Or papers or bowls.
Me, I personally like smoking a bowl because I mean you can make that shit last forever, how long you want. I mean, a blunt runs and it's like smoking a cigarette, which I can't really hypocritical at this point, but
Yeah.
when
No, I
you're
feel
smoking
you.
a blunt, it just the filters through and it hurts.
Okay.
I'm like, all right.
So we have one in each column. We have one for papers, that's
Mm-hmm.
me. One for hemp wraps, that's you. One for leaf for young Martian, and one for bowls for Cody.
Yeah. We got a full spread, ladies.
We do.
And I'm not talking about Cody's ass cheeks.
I am.
We told me you weren't going to talk about this.
You told him
I
in
said I
confidence.
wasn't saying it.
No, he didn't say that he wasn't not gonna say it.
Yeah, I was telling the people I'm not talking about that.
Okay, you didn't hear that, people.
I heard it. I seen it.
I didn't say I wasn't going to say I wasn't talking about it.
I walked in on it.
All right, I've been working on it. All right.
So, while I roll up this hill,
Roll that in a huff.
fire Canibus. What do you guys think of the Super Bowl? Do you like football, Cody?
So I am one of those. I filled out my bandwagon application.
Oh, right on, right on.
I sent
right
it
on.
in, and I got declined by my buddy Jared
Oh, man.
instantly. So I'm like, as soon as the Bengals started doing real good, I'm like, okay, let me rewind for a second. Every time I've watched football, I get into it because I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
yeah.
But since the Bengals started doing really well, I chimed in every single game, and so it was part of the build up and the lead up.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I might start watching full seasons and stuff.
Yeah, right on.
Get a little bit more into it.
You became a fan. That's what's up. That's cool.
The city made you a fan. That's
Yeah.
nice. It's at least something good that Cincinnati has done. Because even though at the time I was really, really upset because there's so many things that happened that shouldn't have happened, like Aaron Donald being lined up off sides and Joe Burrow, if he had time, having Jamar Chase wide open, those are shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But at the end of the day, not only me, but the entire city still congratulates his team like we did win.
Right.
Because they're proud.
Mm-hmm.
Which, win or lose, is a good thing. We got something to at least be proud of.
Yeah, at least you guys are proud of it.
Yeah. Now, if we come back next year and turn out to be the same old Bengals, and this year was just like, oh, well, shit.
Right.
We ain't going to be back for another 30 years.
Because I ain't going to lie. The Bengals started that second half off with the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got an interception.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kicked the field goal. And then they never scored again.
Yeah. That shit. Yeah.
4 straight punts.
Yeah.
So, the Bengals bingled.
The Bengals bungled, yeah.
So-
The Bengals bingled. Like,
sure I'm the only
we can always blame it on that one play, but also at the same time,
The Bengals
the
bungled.
Bengals was bingling the whole game.
Yeah.
They never really...
And they got away with it. They got away with that touchdown.
that one touchdown.
They got away with
They
that.
got
That was a
away
face
with.
mask.
Well, it was the second touchdown, but they technically should only have one.
See, this is
Yeah.
my newbie NFL interest. Like, this is a thought. Do you think that the second half, like how entire season, we've been a second half team? Do you think that's a strategy?
No.
No,
Because no one wants to be down.
Some people don't even get their ideas for how the teams are moving and their formations and stuff
Right.
like that
It's like
until
starting
about
the day.
halftime.
You start the
Yeah.
day slow, and then
Yeah.
like you're like, all right, I got this.
And then at
you
lunch,
start
you're like,
thinking
all right,
about
I know this machine moves this way. So
Yeah.
now I got to grab my shit and then move it this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start knowing how people are moving and their tendencies and things like that, so you're able to adjust.
Yeah. The old saying,
It's essentially what it is. It's an adjutment.
I mean, what the
You
old
know?
saying goes, like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you don't ever want to finish. I mean, you don't ever want to start, like, down by, like,
awful.
yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
you don't want to start off games being down by 18.
And that's how
14.
Matt Stafford was.
Yeah.
He be in these games and, like, you know what I mean? And he already comes on the field and he's already down 7 points.
Yeah.
You know, he's just started.
We'd be one of those teams that's just like, we'll give you a couple. Oh, hey, watch this, and then boom,
That's great.
we take the team.
Yeah.
Little cocky game, but I don't know. That's just a
Yeah.
thought.
No, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
That was a good idea because football is weird.
It is.
Football, I feel like it's just like entertainment, like wrestling.
It is.
to
I
an
think it is,
extent.
too.
You know what I mean? Like, so
But you can still, like, just like movies. You usually, 90% of the time, you expect the good guy to win, the bad guys to lose. You kind of know what does happen, but you can still enjoy the movie.
you're
right?
still know. Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
just here. You
You're
know,
still
a
here.
lot of times I watch the highlights.
Mhm.
You know, but once it starts getting toward the playoffs and stuff like that, then I start watching the games and stuff like that because, of course, now it's a little more exciting. But
Yeah.
I have the same exact emotions watching Triple H get 3 counted that I do when I watch my Bears lose. You're like, you know what I mean? Oh, damn. Well.
Oh well.
Oh.
I don't know where to be ashing this. Is that empty?
Yep.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yes.
And then it's funny because I've always used the comparison of like wrestlers and rappers and football players And then, like, all of a sudden, The Rock, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson, pulls up out of nowhere, and he's doing The Rock impersonations.
Right.
And I'm like,
That
bro,
been
you haven't
Chris
been
Buffer
a
or
Rock
some
in
bullshit.
20 minutes. Yeah, and he's, like, acting like Bruce Buffer. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? And then fucking pyrotechnics go off. When then a fucking
This is
jet
an
flies
action
by
movie.
and shit. Yeah, bro, it looked like WWE Raw was starting.
It did.
Welcome to Thursday Night SmackDown.
Are you ready? In this corner.
This is Jumanji 3. Welcome to the jungle.
Fucking some big broly white dude with fucking long hair and face paint comes running out of the tunnel. And then everybody comes chasing after him and shit like, ah! And everybody goes like, ah!
Gary Faulkner and his beard going freaking Yosemite
Like,
Sam.
you know what I mean? Like, it's all the same to me.
Well, I enjoyed it. It was a good game, even though we really lost, and I was heartbroken for still.
Yeah.
It's still. Again, I'm still proud of the Bengals. We still probably won't go back for another at least. I don't know. I don't even want to say anything because
We'll
way
be
or
there
another,
next year. We'll be there next year.
Probably won't be there next year.
probably won't be
We'll
there
get-
next year.
If we don't, we'll get really,
It's not
really
very
close.
often that teams repeat. You know?
Yeah, it's not, especially if they lost the year before. I think the only team that I can think of that's gone back-to-back years and lost, and
Patriots?
Z-Bro, you want to
No.
say that because you hate Joe Burrow.
not
I hate Joe Burrow.
not Patriots, the Bills.
I just don't think he's that great.
Bills
I think he's
won
alright.
4 years in a row and didn't win.
Ah, Bills, yeah.
And I can't think
With
of
the
one
same
since
quarterback too. Imagine
Yeah.
that. Going 4 times. Imagine going to the Super Bowl 4 times and then losing every single time. God damn, bro. You never welcome back in this town. Like, you know what I mean? You old barely making it ass. You old
Then. Oh God!
can't finish ass. Like, everybody talks about LeBron because he's like 7 and 10 in the finals or something
Right.
like that.
That's like the greatest sex without climax, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what that is. That is
Like,
like
oh,
pumping
shit.
hard on your fucking high
That
school
was
crush
awesome, but fuck,
and then
man.
going limp in it. Like, all of a sudden, the condom falls off and everything. It just fucking goes
You
straight
gotta risk
noodle.
losing it all at that point. Like,
You got
shit.
to. That's when you got to pull out Pornhub. You got to try to get that motherfucking motor going.
Was that
Like-
fucking college ball?
I don't know. I didn't go to college. So,
Wow.
I know we all seen the game.
Yes.
A lot of the times the refs were doing goofy shit. You know, well,
Yeah.
I feel like the refs were doing goofy shit for a lot of the Bengals games. Like when they thought Joe Burrow stepped out of bounds and he was clearly on the football field
Yeah.
playing football. Like, and then the ref went, "Ah, wait, my bad." Like, I'm 99% sure he was high as fuck. You know what I mean? I know what it is to be high as fuck. I've done some goofy things.
Sorry, I
high.
just thought of something. Well, that has nothing to do with the game, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's a segue. It's a segue.
no, I get what you're saying.
Oh, I see. See, high
I
as
was,
fuck.
I was speaking on behalf of what the rest were saying.
See, I'm high as fuck. You got me.
You
Right.
know,
So, I'm gonna ask you guys,
Mhm.
what's the funniest thing you've done while you were high?
Funniest thing that I have done while I was high. Oh God, that's gotta. I know Cody said he's got a couple of things. I gotta think of
no,
mine. No, you said you had one.
okay, this is creeping on me. I'm slowly forgetting.
Yeah, we can even talk a little bit about this. This weed tastes great. It tastes like I'm licking pine saw,
Wait,
What?
scented lemon rind
I'm
flavored.
not taking another hit off of that if it's pine.
Wait.
You never know.
First of all, you're not supposed to lick pine saw. I'm pretty
That's
sure
why
I
I
don't.
don't lick it. That's why you smoke it.
I'm pretty sure smoking pine saw is bad too.
But what if it smells like pine saw, but it doesn't taste or is pine saw?
Okay, then that's a different story. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, see, because I did say pine saw scented.
Yeah, this is true.
See?
See, I'm being high. Oh, good lord.
Oh, I'm good on that.
He said,
Okay.
nope. All right, I'll go first then.
Go first. Go first.
Funniest thing I've done while high, man. When we were sitting on my back porch, right, and was me and my boy Carlos, my dude Elmer, and his little brother Abel. We're sitting in a circle, and we couldn't find any weed all day, right? And it wasn't we didn't have the money, we just couldn't find anybody. And this random Puerto Rican comes walking down my alley with his long black ponytail and shit. And he's like, I got weed. We're like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? So we go buy weed from Buddy, and it actually ends up being really good weed, too. So we're like, oh, man, we're like, what should we smoke out of? Like, and that's like our next thing. And we're sitting in the alley, like, figuring out what we're going to smoke out of. And then we all settle on a sour apple Philly. And I don't know why it became a big deal. But now we're going to the gas station, like, everybody get this sour apple Philly. Like, we're all hyped up, like, because we finally completed our mission, you know?
Yeah.
And we get to the gas station. We get our shit, and which was behind my house. So we walk back to my back porch. We sit down, and I roll a blunt, and we smoke this weed. And let me tell you, this is probably the highest I've ever been in my life. You know what I mean? Literally, even after smoking all this dispensary weed and everything, that was probably the highest I've ever been in my life, you know? And we do this goofy shit to, I guess we just decided to play this game that we literally made up on the spot, where you throw the ball and, like, to anybody in the circle, you could throw the ball to anybody you want as fast as you want, and if that person didn't catch it, we all got to punch you in the arm.
What?
I don't know why. It was just a reason to punch each other, I guess. Like, you know what I mean?
Y'all could have just played tackle football.
We could have just punched each other. Girl, that was a better reason than throwing balls at each other the way we were. But I digress.
Wow.
So we were throwing the ball, and we're high as fuck. And I remember them asking, like, "Where's your dad?" And I was like, "Oh, he's at work." You know what I mean? It's like 2:00. You know, we don't get out till like 5:30. Next thing you know, I hear the fucking gravel start moving in my driveway.
Oh, yep, you know that
pulling up, you know. So everybody freaks out. They jump and hit the gate because we all live on the same block, like the same street, just like two houses, literally about two houses from each other. Uh-huh. So they all jump, boom, they go that way. I come running in the house. I'm high. You know what I mean? High as I've ever been. Like,
it's
you know
like
what I
the
mean?
most obvious thing you can do is act that way and freak out.
Oh my God, I'm freaking out. And I'm running. My room is probably about the size of a jail cell, and I'm running around in a circle. I don't know what to do. So I fucking take my shirt off, change my shirt, put it in a dirty clothes hamper right on top, and then I sit down next to the window, and I'm just looking at the TV. Never turned the motherfucker on. I'm just looking, staring straight ahead at it, thinking. And I'm thinking so hard that I never realized I never turned the TV on. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting there in my head like, man, I hope this nigga don't know I'm high. Like, he walk in the room, what's the first thing he say? It smells like reefer in here. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I look him dead in the face, and I'm like, well, I don't know why. I was like, I got the window open. Maybe it's coming from outside. He looked at me like I was dumb. And I swear to God, dog, he said, Quentin, you been smoking weed? And I looked him dead in his eyes. And my mind is like, tell that nigga no. Tell him, say no. I looked him dead in his eyes and was like, yes. I was so high. I fucked it up. I fumbled.
That was my story, dude. The first time that my mom found out I smoked weed, like, it was me, John, and like 3 other people. Nighttime. We come from behind the freaking hill next to my condo, and that's where we'd always go and smoke. Well, I thought my mom was up in her room, and I peek open the freaking window, and she's sitting there on the couch. I was like, all right, guys, my mom is still up. We have to remain cool. Stay cool.
I love those walks.
And so I was like, all right, Tyler, you go in first, and then John, and then Jake. And John, I'll walk right behind you. I'm the last person. I'm like, I don't want to be the face of...
Yeah.
I don't want to face my fears and like... You know, so I walk upstairs, and my mom's like, Cody, come here. I was like, all right, I'll be right back. So I'm running up the stairs. I sit down on my freaking futon, and they're all like, dude, you got to go downstairs. My mom's hollering for me.
Yeah.
She's like, come downstairs right now. And I was like, hold on. And they were like, dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. It was so intense. You were saying, like, I was so fucking high. Like,
you couldn't get out your head?
Eventually, I was like, I stand up. I walk downstairs, and I'm like, I'm not even looking at my mom. I just walked downstairs into the living room, looked at the TV for a second. I was like, huh. And then walked up to her, and she's like, are you high? I And instead of wanting to say no, I was just like, yeah. She's just like, I expected a little bit more from you. And I was like, whoa, bro. But
Damn, man.
One, speak up.
okay.
That's all. Just speak up. We speak louder for the microphone.
So yeah, there was one time after she knew that we were smoking, we pretty much came from behind the hill and walked up, and my mom was walking out. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. You want something?" And I was like, "No." But before she even like closed the door, we had this step of brick, and then the platform, and then the sidewalk. So she decides that she wants to stand on the brick. It's out about maybe 7 or 8 inches from the door until it drops. Decides to stand on it. Boom, closes the door, and the door knocks her. She falls flat on her face, and we are all like ripped, like silence. Like, we don't know how to react because, you know, like, I was like, "Mom, you all right?" She gets up. She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, well, just making sure." We went inside, dude, and they lost it. I was like, "Oh my God."
Good times.
Oh my God, that actually reminds me of 2 times, actually. If we got time for 2 of them, because I think they're 2 of my best stories. Because they're the only 2 that I can remember. Alright. The funniest thing I can remember is, I hadn't been smoking very long. I remember this. I was out living with my parents out in the middle of Bufu nowhere. And I was hanging out with my friend Grant. My parents like on vacation.
That sounds about right.
Shut the fuck up. I was out at my parents' house, and my parents were gone on vacation, so he lived like, you know, a mile or so away from me.
Right.
So he came over and hung out. I had a little bit of weed. He didn't smoke. I did. I didn't know how to roll yet, so I didn't have no smoking apparatus. So I had an apple. Smokers, you know how you make an apple, you know.
I've never smoked out of an apple.
You never smoked out of an apple?
No, sir. No, or a pop can.
I can change that.
Don't do a pop can because you're smoking aluminium.
Right.
But definitely do an apple.
Well, I'll just put some hairy nuts and smoke out.
Actually, I have smoked out of a watermelon.
Oh, well then.
Like, we made a watermelon bong.
That's nice. That's dope.
So.
Well, anyway, I had.
You know how tasty that has to be? God damn, I got cold chills thinking about that. Must have been a slave in me.
Well, what had happened was, so I was smoking it with my apple and everything, and, you know, lighter, and I had gotten so high. I'm talking about really fucking high that I got paranoid that my lighter was gonna catch on fire.
Oh shit!
So this is what I went through. These are the steps I went through because I was so fucking high. I was like, "Nah, I got to throw this lighter away because I got a bad feeling about this lighter." So I threw that lighter away. Just threw it in the trash can along with the apple. Went about my business, and I started getting a panic attack. I'm like, "Nah, for some reason that's just gonna." That that lighter's gonna catch on fire. My parents gonna know I smoke.
Yeah.
So I took the fucking lighter. I took the lighter, filled the sink up with water, threw the lighter in the sink, took the lighter out, and threw it away outside.
Damn, I don't think I've ever been
boy
that
dunked the
paranoid.
lighter in the water.
Bro, I was that high and I was that paranoid.
He put the lighter out.
Yes, like I was so scared that the lighter was gonna catch on fire.
So you just did this for no reason at all?
Literally no reason.
No reason. I was paranoid and I was high.
That's funny.
That's literally the only reason why I did that.
Fun.
Is I was paranoid and I was high as fuck. But not as high as the first time I have ever smoked, which is the other thing I wanted to tell you. The first time I ever smoked, I was with my buddy Austin. And I never smoked before, ever.
Shout out Austin.
What up, my guy?
What up, bird?
So he was the first person I ever smoked with. So he rolled up a blunt. Probably with some Swisher Sweets, because that's probably what we did.
Yeah.
And
those are the days.
I made the mistake of smoking this whole ass blunt with Austin, hotboxing with me driving. The biggest mistake a human could ever make.
Or the greatest memory you ever made.
Oh God, no! I would never do it again if I go back there. I wouldn't do that ever again. No. But anyway, and what was so fucked up is we were just driving the back roads around around Princeton High School in Sharonville, and I was driving like I was seeing doubles. I was like, I felt my eyes Chinese, Chinese, not to be, the saying like you got Chinese. So my eyes were so low and so heavy. You know how when you get heavy, you kind of like get that blurred vision. I had that. I couldn't see anything. I was in double vision. I was so fucking high. Still somehow made it back to Austin's. Oh my God. And got so paranoid of falling asleep. I thought I wasn't going to wake up.
The first time I ever smoked weed, I got so high. I didn't know how to break weed up. So I put buds inside of a fucking Topps paper, but I knew that from the seal that you lick that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I put like 3 nugs inside of a Topps paper, and I was sitting here burning this nugget, this like flat nug joint thing, trying to get it to fucking smoke, but I'm just wasting bud and paper, you know what I mean? Yeah. Until it hit me. And I remember when it hit me, all I could think about was Will Smith and Bad Boys. When he fucking had the shirt buttoned down and he was chasing after Tia Leone in the middle of the street and it was all in slow motion and shit. And I wanted to do that. So I went into my brother's closet and I got his, it was a Pele shirt. And I fucking left it unbuttoned and I'm probably like fucking 11, 12. You know what I mean?
Running down the
street with this fucking Pele shirt on, thinking I'm fucking chasing after this white woman, essentially, I guess. I don't know.
So,
but
you were 12 or 13 when you first started smoking?
Yeah. I was like super young.
Oh, damn.
I've been smoking a long time.
Oh, shit.
I started in my 20s.
Man, I used to find so many drugs in my parents' room. It was crazy. I didn't know what it was, but my parents were goofy because they kept the weed in the same exact kind of cans that they kept my my lunch money in. So I would like find weed all the time and be like, what is it?
So my first time smoking weed was actually with you back in 2006.
That makes sense.
Hold on, wait, really?
Yeah. So I used to hang out with Chris Moore.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh,
and
that's
so
right. You guys knew each other.
Yeah, did you date his sister?
No, that was Reese.
Okay.
Reese dated his sister, and I was Reese's boy. That was my boy.
So that's where I first met you. Well, anyway, we go up into Chris's room on the far end of the hallway. Yeah. The front of the house, and then the room next to it. You had actually rolled up a fucking blunt, and you lit it up in that room, and me and Chris were standing there, and he's like, "You cool with this, right?" I was like, care. My brother does it all the time. Yeah. And so you were like, "You want to hit this?" And I'm like 13 years old, dude. Yeah. I'm like 13 years old at the time, and I was like, "Yeah, sure," but I didn't really feel anything. Yeah. But yeah, everybody remembers the first time. I remember the first time smoking while I was driving. That was interesting. What you were saying, man. You were seeing doubles.
Yeah.
Now I never really got anxiety. I never get anxiety. Anxiety always affects me opposite. It makes me want to attack it. Like if something makes me nervous or I feel like something's gonna happen, like I'll be like ready to jump out the window and run around the house and beat up whatever's outside. Like you know what I mean?
Batman. That's
I don't know. Yeah, probably. Like it's that fucking hero complex, whatever. But when I get like all of a sudden, now that I'm a little older, when I get really high and I'm driving down the street. For some reason, whenever I get in that left lane, I get scared as fuck. I'll be riding at like 80, just chilling, and all of a sudden it be like click. If I crash, I'm gonna die like a motherfucker. And I start looking around, and people look like they can't drive, and I'm like, oh, they gonna kill me. Oh, I'm gonna die. I need to get over. Scared.
So you do know how. That's how that feeling that you had there. It's how I feel all the time.
All the time. See? I would be beating so much shit up. I would be beating up so much shit if I felt like that all the time. I'd be outside beating up raccoons and shit. Like, why are you fighting the raccoon? Like, I had an anxiety attack.
You know what? Me and Fireball are working on something. I'm gonna have to add that to that list. Punching a raccoon.
Punching a raccoon.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, we'll I'll let the people know here when it's ready.
You just have to say punching a raccoon because if you say punching a coon, you don't think.
Well, that is why I said punching a raccoon. I
That's
don't
true.
even think you needed to clarify that.
I just wanted to be a dick. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
So,
Q's gonna get canceled real quick.
I'm gonna be canceled quick as fuck. I've already said every nigger. So, this is something that we probably a little bit new to you guys, but we are all into comics. Surprise! Who didn't know that?
I didn't.
And my boy Cody here, man, you know that's like one of his things he's really into, and it's something that we all share an interest in. So, I actually wanted to hear from Cody, like, what are you most excited about coming out? What are you excited to see that's coming out soon? From MCU, Deku,
What?
DCEU,
Oh, I got you.
animes. What are you excited? What are you most excited to see?
I'm excited to see my movie get done. That's all I gotta say. But no, I don't know, man. Like that Doctor Strange movie, which we can't really talk about because you want to go in there blind.
Yeah.
All the theories and stuff you're staying away from. You're staying away from, you know. I don't know. That's
Everything that they talk about that's going to happen inside the movie is going to happen.
Exactly.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker.
we wrote it for him.
You knew it. You want an X-Men? You got it. You want a Guardians of the Galaxy?
You got it!
You'll get it.
But I just want 60% of it.
Yeah. Of course, the Batman. You know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one,
But
too.
honestly, I think I want to see fucking what Black Adam's about. I
Yeah,
want to
the
see what they're
Justice
gonna do with
Society.
that. Yeah, you know, because that Hawkman looked pretty cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to see what they do. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. You know what I mean? With his production company, and they get to do what they want to do over there. You know what I mean? So let's see what
Dr.
they
Fate
what
looks
they
pretty cool,
built.
too.
Who?
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate looked really
Fate
good.
looked really good.
I really want to see Doctor Strange, and I really want to see Dr. Fate and fucking Hawkman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are like my things right now until Zatanna comes out and shows her who's daddy.
What do you think about that Batgirl movie that they're doing for HBO Max?
That might actually fuck around and be really
'Cause
good.
that's got J.K. Simmons in it.
Yeah,
As Gordon,
who's
and it's
Gordon?
got Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yeah.
So whatever they're doing with their
little
shit.
universe, you know what I mean? And they can do what they want because it's HBO Max. They can punch people in the mouth and show their faces explode.
That's the funniest thing about Marvel and DC right now is they're doing the multiverse thing in the films.
Mhm.
Both of them at the
Both
same
of 'em.
exact time. It's like,
Mhm. They've always been chasing each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
DC should definitely stop because they are good when they're not chasing Marvel spotlight.
Well, it fucked up because I don't know if you remember the original timeline, you know what I mean? But they basically leaked Zack Snyder's plan to Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige went back and was like, look, these niggas is about to destroy everything. They about to build a whole universe and destroy the 7 movies. And they were like, we need to fucking shape this shit up. We need Captain America, Black Panther, this, that, this. That's when all these movies got switched up and went missing and then started coming out at different times and pushed back and shit. Like, they really released it on par. Like, Civil War came out when BVS came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Suicide Squad with Guardians of the Galaxy.
With Guardians, you know what I mean? They were like, it was like, oh shit, because they seen what the fucking thing, what with all 3 of the 4 of the Justice League was about to happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they came out with 2 Infinity Wars and an Endgame. And Endgame was never even talked about. They made that shit up right there because they were like, look, we gotta go out like Twilight. Like, you know what I mean? They were like, nah, fuck Twilight. We ain't gonna make 2 movies. We gonna make it 3 movies.
They technically made it 4, 5, 17, 11. Because originally it wasn't supposed to be, you know, Infinity War 1, Infinity War 2. No, that's
Yeah, it
what
was. It was Infinity War 1 and 2.
The
Yeah.
first one was originally supposed to be called Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then 4, which was Endgame, it was going to be Infinity War.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, I guess, like you said, took a step back and kind of, you know, as they were developing
They
the script,
reformulated everything.
things changed,
Yeah.
and so
Things changed. People were adding like
and then
Spider-Man.
once Marvel copied that blueprint and did what they did, DC tried to keep up by copying what they were doing, essentially staying on par, but doing it like how Marvel did it and how they seen their success, which doesn't work out at all. Like, don't nobody want to see happy Batman.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody
No.
care for that. But they act like they didn't want to see mad Superman either, so I don't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Hey, I don't care what anybody says. Fucking, I really, really, really wanted another Superman with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I still want another
He
one.
needs a trilogy.
He'll be back.
He better
Yeah, he'll
fucking be back.
I think they're
Be
going to
back.
restore the Snyderverse.
He'll be back at some point, whether they restore the Snyderverse or not. I mean, you
I
gotta
think
think
it
like
could.
unless they're just gonna take the Supergirl that's in the Flash and have that
And
kind of
then-
replace.
Yeah, and nobody wants that.
Because now you're gonna have Supergirl and Batgirl.
Yeah.
And who would they tried to
Yeah,
leave
who
it that
wants
way?
that? Who wants that?
No
You know
one.
what I mean? Like, honestly, who's like?
Yeah.
Just be a part of the Justice League. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we'll still watch it.
That's like promoting
I'm still gonna
Titans
watch it.
to Justice League.
Yeah.
Teen Titans, and then making them Justice League members.
I'm just glad we get to see the Justice Society. That's all
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about right now.
I just want to see Hawkman because Hawkman's always been cool as fuck. I think his story is cool. You mean
Was
how
he,
they
like,
always,
reincarnated?
yeah,
Yeah.
they always reincarnated. So I think they got. I always like Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Well, one thing I am excited for, since we're still talking about DC, other than obviously, Multiverse of Madness is one thing I'm excited about. I guess all of us are excited about that, so I
Yeah.
guess it's unanimous. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go also say Gotham Knights for
Oh,
PlayStation
shit.
5. That's supposed to come out this year because they pushed
Yeah.
back Suicide Squad until next year.
Yeah, and that's gonna be probably better.
Yeah,
I think that's
Suicide
gonna be
Squad?
good. Yeah.
really?
Have you seen
Yeah, I
gameplay
think that's
for it?
gonna be better.
For Suicide Squad?
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
a gameplay trailer for it.
That
It
shit looks
looks
good.
Yep.
I just think
Yeah.
I think
The
Gotham Knights is
gonna
gonna be
gas.
is gonna be what the Avengers game should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotham Knights is still an Arkham series game.
Yes.
It's still from the Arkham creators, but the
I think-
other one I feel like is going to be like a better story.
The Suicide
just
Squad
something
is canon
different.
to the Arkham series.
Yes.
The
Oh, is that
Gotham
what it
Knights
is? Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Still, either way, I think that's cool. I think having one that's off and one that's on, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I'm definitely excited for Suicide Squad, but that's not
Suicide
until
Squad
next
seems
year.
So
though.
good.
It's got me wanting to actually go back and play the Arkham games.
And
Arkham
that was
games
supposed
is
to be
good.
the original ending for Suicide Squad too.
Oh. Can I play what?
The Origins.
Yeah, I played them all.
Mhm.
I still have to say Gotham Knights or Arkham Knights is still
Arkham
my
Knight's,
favorite.
Yeah, the best one.
That's the best one.
People dogged on the driving a lot, and I
Yeah.
really like driving around. Like,
I did too.
Alright.
I love the
It's
Batmobile.
all right. I do both. I didn't really stick to one or the other. I like
I didn't-
flying too,
yeah,
or
same here.
gliding. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Especially once you get really good.
Yeah, and then sometimes you just want to run over a motherfucker. So
It's
nice to have
fucking
options.
Strafing through the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, we hanging out.
Do you think they would ever do an update for it with Robert Pattinson's Batman? Because they did with
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's.
Probably. Yeah, more than likely.
It's the only Batman game until
It'll be the only Batman game for a long time because
they don't have no Batman games playing.
Spending all their damn money on the Batman movies.
Hopefully, there's a fucking Superman game coming out, but that would be like super hard. Like, you know what I mean?
It would
Because
be
we
hard.
gonna do just send niggas in space all the
Green
time.
Arrow game would be fun.
Huh?
A Green Arrow game.
Green Arrow game would be
Open
dope.
world.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, they did a Deadpool game. It was fun. It was corny, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So they could probably do a Superman
See,
game.
now I think they should do a Cap game,
Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like a real one, like a real good one from starting from like when he first got his powers and he's going
Like
through
back
the
in the
wars.
40s.
Yeah, you know what I
That'd be
mean.
cool.
And then maybe the next game it could be another era, and then you know what I mean. The third game he could be when he joins Avengers and shit. You know,
You could cram all that into one game. To be honest.
Yeah, to make them long.
You could.
Yeah. That
You
like
could.
Wolverine. That's gonna
that,
be good.
I'm excited about that.
I don't know when that comes
Yeah.
out, so they don't have any
Me
date
neither.
for it.
It'll probably be.
That's gonna be another reason. That's another reason
3
why I want a
years
5.
before that game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying 2.
I think it might
Max.
come out 2023.
You think so?
Maybe
Next
2024.
year?
Maybe 2024.
Yeah. I mean, I would think it will come out at least next year because they wouldn't have teased it.
'Cause if you think about it, how long did it take for them to release the Avengers?
No, that don't
Trailer.
count. That don't count.
2016.
That don't
That's
fucking count.
crazy how long they took to come out with a shitty game.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how long people come out to and release like unfinished games too. So
Every game,
every game,
every fucking game.
Pretty
Mhm.
much.
like, oh, we'll fix it with the next update.
Yeah.
Like
that's usually-
what?
Yeah,
What were you doing before?
we kind of walk through it. You know what other game though? I know we're still stuck on games. It's Seafood. Give that game a try.
Seafood,
I like
yeah.
seafood.
Yeah, you don't have a place.
Oh, you're talking about a video game.
It is.
Seafood is great. Seafood is awesome.
So, with that conversation sizzling down, I'm going to introduce a quick little segment I like to call World's Dumbest. And I do it on my Zebra America vlog episodes.
Yes.
You can check those out on Facebook or Instagram. I'll have a link for you guys below. But this here... Yeah, this is about two drunk women in Disney World, and I haven't really came up with the name with this one yet, but I just at least want to just cover, just these two people because, like Charlemagne, the guy says, everybody should always be held accountable for being stupid.
Yes.
Even myself.
What?
Meaning like even himself. Like,
Yeah.
Even he should be held accountable for being stupid.
Damn well that's not what he meant. He meant himself.
I meant myself, but
Well, see, no, I don't hold myself accountable for shit because I just nothing. But
I don't either,
man, boy, child.
because I'm an egotistical bastard.
I'm sensitive
I got
and
sensitive heart.
insecure. I need help.
Oh my god!
What?
Pussy.
Shut up. So let us introduce Zero in America.
Sorry. Sorry, I had to pull it up for my notes. I had to pull my notes up. So, good day, American and Americans. I am still the only Zebra in America, and this here is a segment that I'm going to call Wet and Wild.
Wet and Wild.
Two women who were allegedly involved in a drunken brawl at Disney World were taken in by Florida sheriffs, I believe it was last week. So sources say that the two women who are sisters, by the way, the two sisters began arguing with each other, and they exit the line that they were at. Once they exit the line, they begin arguing and fighting. Well, I guess the younger sister ends up vomiting during the scuffle. They didn't care. It's Florida. It's Florida. It's hot. They needed it to be moisturized, obviously. So they kept scrapping. And these two fine species decided that they were going to continue fighting elsewhere. So what did they do? They stripped out of their puke-ridden garments and they continued their brawl all on campus in Disney World, just at another park.
What?
So police pull up. They ask what's going on. They let them know that, hey, we were in the Irish pub and then we were somewhere else and we ended up getting into it. And that's my little sister. So didn't matter. They still wanted to fight each other. They're fighting each other when people are holding them back and the cops are there and everything.
Damn.
People are describing it as like straight out of a Jerry Springer episode. But I disagree. That sounds like Florida to me. That sounds exactly on Florida.
That's Florida.
So the two women were taken to jail not far from the Cirque du Soleil in Disney World. They were booked on public intoxication and assault and domestic violence and all kind of dumb misdemeanors, right? But everybody decides not to press charges. Disney World don't want to do nothing about it. The sisters definitely ain't going to argue about it, so they don't want to press charges. And I think all they probably end up having to do is pay a couple of fines. So with that being said, could you imagine being at Disney World, walking around with your little kids, and two drunk Floridans are naked, fighting and puke? You got to slide the Mickey Mouse ears over your kid's face. And shit, 'cause the fucking Floridans are Floridans.
Oh my god. Oh, you see, I feel like people who are at Disney World are just like, normal. This is normal Florida, so I think they expect it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people kept walking. A lot of people kept walking. I feel like, and I'm upset that nobody got it on video because no, I don't want to see naked women fighting, but yes, I want to see two drunk naked women fighting in their own vomit. That sounds hilarious, especially when you find out they're sisters in Disney World. It's like, what is going on in this motherfucker right here? Like,
all this over a glass slipper that fit neither one of them.
the bitches ain't even fit their feet. Like,
Oh my god, that is so funny.
talk about going out bad. You got to do better.
How though?
How?
Like what the fuck?
I think that some said that they were at an Irish bar in Disney Springs. So with that being said, one of them Irish car bombed, and the other one got an Irish sunrise, and now they in jail.
Paying fines and legal fees.
Yeah. I've had a wild time on Irish car bombs my damn self, but I ain't never got so drunk that I fought my brother in our vomit.
Imagine walking into your cell just covered in puke.
Puke.
Like, what the fuck happened to you?
You know what I mean?
Don't talk about it.
You don't want to
I
know.
don't think anyone would stand there.
No.
Chances are that stink.
Yeah,
Dude,
that shit's
you
bad.
want some?
How'd you get to jail? That cop probably made him walk.
Probably double missed it,
Dude, they were probably driving next to him slowly as he walked in jail in shame.
Imagine having to cuff him.
Damn. Imagine having to take them down because they want to stop fighting.
Ooh.
Because they were slipping out because they're all fucking lubed up and fucking regurgitated fucking waffles and fucking Mickey Mouse shaped ice cream cones. You fucking churro sauce all over you and shit. I don't know what they eat in Disney World. It's probably all snacks
Oh
with fucking cinnamon pancakes.
Oh my god.
You can see Mickey Mouse sitting in his tower right now. Oh, this is not what I signed up
This
for.
is fucked up. This is fucked up. You see this shit, Donald? I'm not coming over there.
I don't ever understand his bitch ass.
I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate it here.
Oh my god.
Come on down to Sesame Street.
What's that one video of Mickey banging on the door? Let me in, Goofy.
Oh, TikTok.
Open this fucking door. Make me, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
You gotta clean my fucking amusement park right now, motherfucker. God damn. That is too funny.
Man,
Oh my god.
that was funny.
That was funny.
That was
And
funny.
you know what else is funny? This commercial break.
Come on down to Wet Willie's Wild Florida Excursions. We've got the best sightseeing spots in all of Florida. We can take you through Jacksonville. We'll even bring you through Orlando, where you might catch two drunk white women wrestling in their own vomit. The best part is, they're naked.
Hell yeah.
So why don't you fulfill all your best wet and wild Florida Man story needs here at Wet Willie's Wild Florida Man Sightseeing Excursion.
Look, there's a gator.
I'm gonna wrestle it.
Oh my god. My mama's my brother's cousin.
Call me 555-5555-5555-5. Extension 3.
Welcome back from commercial break. I'm smoking crack and I'm feeling great. No, I'm sorry.
We gotta redo that.
We do that. My mom's listening.
Nope, too late. It's staying. It is permanent now.
Now, welcome back, everybody, from commercial break. I am the only Z-Bro in America, and this is still Sebastian from Deep Blue Sea. And we're still sitting here with...
You just call him Wade Wilson?
No, I said we're still sitting here with...
Oh.
I didn't even get the Cody Cobra Films.
Cody Cobra film?
Cody quotation Cobra Films.
Yeah, I better see that in like the beginning of your movies from now on. If I don't, I'm gonna have to,
You gotta do it.
kneecap you.
gotta do that
I'm gonna have to-
intro.
I ain't doing shit.
So, you know how we do after our commercial break. We're going to start rounding it up. But before we round it up, I am going to...
Wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Round it up. You rounding up. What? We
We're
doing
rounding it
fractions?
up. Like, we're rounding shit up and we about to get out of here. That's how you know you got kids.
Additions
Hey,
and takeaways.
round that shit up. Yo, where my keys? Hey, yeah, grab your toys. I'm going to go find my keys and we're going to get out of here. Like, rounding shit up.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, we're getting ready to wrap things up. Before we wrap things up here tonight, you know, I would always want to let you guys know to have safe sex, because safe sex is the best sex. Because you don't want that
Oh my
latex.
Listen, no more Wayne verses for you.
All right.
You have a 1 per
All right.
month cap, and you filled that cap last week
No, I
with that
got
same line.
Anyways, I do. Sorry.
So you are now limited. You're now limited to Wayne verses.
So now we are rounding home. See how fucking lame that sounds? See what you did? See what you fucking did? Fuck with my swagger. Now I lost my swagger back. I need my swagger back.
Hey, it's not. At least it's not as bad as that video that I made with Fireball, where I was walking down the street and I was trying to say I'm trying to turn the corner, but I said I'm about to hang the corner. So it ain't that bad.
Or it's not as bad as when I was trying to put footprints on the floor and I was like, is it footprints or feet prints?
You know what? I don't think we ever still figured that out.
We never figured that out. And
Is
it
it
still
feet
bothering
prints
me.
or footprints?
It still bothers me to this day.
Because feet print is one is feet?
Is it your feet print?
Feet print's not even a word, is it?
I don't know. Shit, is it?
It's footprint.
Why? Would the footprint?
Because this is your foot and it leaves a print. I
But
don't know.
What if
more than
you
one
got 2
foot?
feet? You got 2 feet. So if you got one set,
So it's footprints.
is it one set of feet prints?
What was a feet print?
Actually, I think I figured it out. I figured it out.
It's a foot.
One footprint is a footprint. Just like 1 foot as a footprint. All right? If you have 2 feet, I mean, like, you know, your left foot and your right foot, that's footprints.
Yeah.
Now, if you have somebody who is walking, those are feet prints. Huh?
Huh. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's accurate, but we're going to go with that.
Well, we're gonna have
Shut up, Cody. We're going with it.
What if there's multiple footprints?
God damn it. No. Why would you question it? It was soundproof.
So we need to, because like, what if I'm thinking like CSI? Like, what if CSI is in here and they're like, we need to find out which footprints belongs to him out of all these feet prints. Right? That's not legit. That's not legit. That's not legit.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, guys. I know we're trying to wrap it up, but
No,
we need to figure this out first. So you guys are going to be here while we figure this out.
No,
you tell me. I need you guys to let us know. Is it
Let's see what
footprints
the people have to
or
say.
feet prints? You know?
Leave it in the comments.
We're going to leave that in the comments. If wherever you guys are listening to this at, because you know we're on everything. And I also just got notification that we are on iHeartRadio now as well. Finally. So now we're on every single platform that you can imagine on. So whatever you listen to podcasts on, everybody remember, you can search Best Buds Podcast and we will be there.
Yeah.
But as we wrap things up, we like to wrap things up with one of our favorite segments, which is called Ruffle Feathers from our very own chameleon of a friend, Hapless Sebastian. I don't know. Call him whatever you want. Just don't call him dumb.
Yeah. First of all, now you know. Actually, you know what really ruffles my? I got something that really
He's
ruffles
got
my
some
feathers.
ruffle feathers.
But now the footprints things
it's
kind of
really
like
killing me.
that's bothering me now. It's like the whole water wet thing. We're not gonna get into that either. But
Yeah.
still, you know what really ruffles my feathers? People who fucking buy lottery tickets. Now, see, I was gonna go with people who wear shorts in the winter because they bother me too. Because that feels like they don't have a soul. I mean, what kind of numb Joe Swanson leg having ass person are you to walk around outside when it's 30 below wearing shorts? But that's not the problem. The problem is those slow old people standing in fucking line, buying lottery tickets when you know it's 8:30 and you gotta be at work and you gotta fucking get gas, so you're gonna be set back. But this son of a bitch has gotta get every lottery ticket from number 1 to number 32, and they gotta scratch it off while they're there. You know, I'm actually getting, you know, I'm getting fuming over here, and I think I shit myself. Just the thought of standing in line between one of those pricks who hates their life. I think they hate their life. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think they do too.
Hanging on to that glimmer of hope.
That the one thing that, hey, I will be rich and my entire life was worth it. So I'm gonna spend every fucking dollar, every cent, every penny that I have buying this stupid fucking scam. And I'm just gonna throw my life away scratching it, and I'm also gonna waste someone else's
good idea.
life.
That's just a ding.
Yeah, and they hate themselves so much that they have to suck out the joy and happiness in every room that they stand in, and the person behind them. They have to make sure that your life is just as pitiful and as sorry and as sick and disgusting as theirs is, because they hate themselves, so they want you to hate themselves too. And not even that. I feel bad for the clerk. Because you know it's like 9, it's almost 9 o'clock and it's time to go home, and you got that one person who's there who's like, oh, I need my afternoon lottery tickets, blah, blah, blah. And as an employee of services and retail, the one biggest, stupidest, absolutely most ignorant thing that I have ever fucking heard from a lottery ticket person is, I'm going to give you guys a chance to guess. As someone who sells lottery tickets, what's the one most annoying thing to hear from someone who buys lottery? Q. Zero.
Yeah.
What is it?
You got any more in the back?
No.
Cody. That's how dumb it was.
Can
He
you
was
get
like,
another one?
No.
No?
The dumbest, stupidest, most ignorant, lying sack of shit persons, aka lottery ticket owners, say this every time. If I win some, I'm gonna remember this. And it makes me want to shoot them in the face with a dildo rocket launcher. Because they can go fuck off. That is what ruffles my feathers.
My problem with them is you see there's 19 people behind you. Why don't you just fucking step to the side and wait till everybody goes about their business before you ask for 9 19s, 23 17s, 14 4s, 3 2s, and 1 1, and then sit there and then still hand me back 5 other winning lottery tickets at the same time.
Yep.
So now I gotta fucking buy these lottery tickets after I scan these and give these back, circle this around back to you, scan these again, give them back to you, and then take that whole total, and I end up owing you $4 now. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. And all I'm trying to do is get my Rellos and go.
You know what would also add to the top of that is if, say, they handed one out to everybody else, say, hey, scratch my card.
Yeah.
You can speed this process up.
Yeah. Let me just scratch the
No,
cards. Get out of here.
fuck your card, because if I'm scratching your card and it's a winning card, I ain't gonna want to give it to you.
No, you know what the worst part is? They made a machine that can give you the cards, and they made a machine that can tell you win.
Yeah.
But they ain't giving you no money. Get the fuck out of here. You get them out of the line then, motherfucker. Like, you don't give them a reason just to get in the line?
Now, there are the select few that are very kind enough to realize and be conscious enough to be like, ooh, I've got a lot of tickets.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have
get out of the way.
anything. Let me step aside. You can go ahead and handle them real quick.
Just go out to your car and do it.
It's fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a bunch of people in this store. Let me not fucking make everybody wait while I sit here and get 32 lottery tickets, 14 scratch-offs, return this for that.
And the
bring
winning
that
numbers
in.
from yesterday.
And this dude just wants some Marlboro shorts. Like 94s or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's just a fucking granola bar, dude.
he's like, literally, like, some kids in there, like, just trying to grab an ice cream cone. Like, God, I hate it here.
Pack a Hubble Bubble.
You know, there's some fucking old black dude with, like, nice smelling cologne and, like, cheap fucking clothes with his foot on the fucking candy shelf.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let me get a 19,
Yep.
a 74, and
Yep. And you know what I noticed? It is mostly black folks.
Mm-hmm. Because they be hitting.
Yeah.
Black people ain't got nothing else to do but figure out how they gonna get over it. Alright, I realized that every 34,000th ticket.
Because they always be like, all right, what number is number 4 on?
Yeah.
What number is number 6 on?
No.
And also, when they fucking buy tickets and then realize that you can't, if you can't buy them, you can't return them, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's like, let me get that lottery ticket. Oh, wait, I ain't got enough money for that. Well, I wait, what? I'm stuck with it? I'm sorry, brother. The fuck? No,
Yeah.
I'm stuck with a lottery ticket that I don't want to buy
You
that
don't
I'm
want.
gonna not win on.
Yeah. That I'm gonna lose on.
So I have now wasted my money on you for you and your insubordinates.
So we just basically wanted to say fuck the lottery, legalize pot.
Good night. I feel like that's. I don't think you could end on a better
Yeah,
better
I
statement.
think that's a pretty good ending
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
I feel like that's a good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck gambling. Legalize pot.
lottery.
Fuck the lottery.
Chances are I'm gonna buy one when I go home. But
I'm just fucking talking about it. I'm gonna go fucking make everybody wait behind me.
As we all go to the store and buy lottery tickets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put my foot on the
how did
Skittles.
you know my daily routine? Is this about me?
What is going on here?
Oh God, now I feel ashamed of myself.
You should.
All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great night. We are the Best Buds. This is the Best Buds podcast. We hope you guys are having a safe, celibate, sexy night. And we can't wait to talk to you guys again next week.
Deuces.
Bye.
Fuck the lottery, legalize pot.
See, it doesn't work the second time.
No, it doesn't. It's not even as fucking anarchy-ish.
No.
'Cause I felt like a fucking thug when I said it the first time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.